Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing this morning?
Wonderful.
Ooh, I like to hear it. All right, we're going to start off the morning declaring that it's a beautiful day. Because it is, no matter what. I wake up early to the morning sun. I don't know how it does it every day. It rises up and then it falls again. Born only to die away. Look in the mirror and I see myself. I don't know how I do it every day. Standing on this big blue rock, not knowing what I'm doing here. Still believing there's a reason, keep on keeping on my way. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, oh, I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Yeah. Look at the clock, it's running day and night. I like the dancing, got no control in those hands. Yes, a little soldier just marching through time. I'm so glad I am not a clock, I am alive, and I can choose to dance each time I open my eyes. That's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. Oh, everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up, oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up, oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up and dance like Neil, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I am thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I am up, I'm awake, and I am thankful. I say get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Yeah, everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up, 'cause it's a beautiful day.
Wow, wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. So good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. My name is Reverend Evelyn Bourne, and I will be your host this morning. And I hope that everyone, I saw the dancing, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day already. So I'd like to take a quick minute to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. We are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind teaching empowers you. We believe that heaven and hell are just states of consciousness that you experience in this lifetime. You are the architect of your life, and that it is never too late to know true happiness. So what I would like to thank Reverend Don Lee for doing the Psalm Sunday, Edward for that amazing meditation, and I believe, Edward, you're the practitioner of the day. Thank you if you are. Thank you anyway. And now we are going to hear we're going to hear an opening chant from Jessie.
All right, everybody take a nice deep breath. This is an affirming center and organization on the whole. So we're going to affirm our enoughness, that we have enough, that we are enough, that we do enough, that we are loved. So catch on and take these words into your heart and sing them with me. Here we go. I am enough. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. And I am loved. Just like that. That's it. I am enough. I am enough. Ooh, I have enough. I do enough. I do enough. And I am loved. I am loved. Here we go. I am loved. I am loved. I am enough. I am enough. I have enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. And I am loved. You guys hold the melody like this. I am enough. I do enough. I have enough. And I do enough. And I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. Let's do it again. I am loved. I am loved. Okay, this is the last time. So let's really take the words genuinely with so much warmth into your heart. Believe that it's true. I am enough. I have enough. I have enough. I do enough. Ooh, and I am loved. I lied. This is the last time. One more time. I am enough. I have enough. Oh, and I do enough. And I am loved.
Yes, it's true. The divine mind that is all encompassing, that permeates all that exists, is everything. And each of us are individualized expressions of that divine mind, knowing itself as each of us. So we are enough as we are. We're to come and go to the divine mind as and where we are, because we are enough. It made us in its own image. It is truth, it is light, it is love, it is abundance, it is healing, it is hope, it is joy, and it is protection. It is all that we could ever want, need, or be. And it's here. It's within our center, is in each one of our hearts and minds. As we come together in worship, as we come together in love and friendship, as we come together in prayer, to share upon this world what it is missing, to share this teaching. It's a teaching that's as old as the ages. It's comprised of all the different truths, just like the divine mind. It is truth. It is power. It is in the here and now. And as my people say, as we go about this red road that we call life, we are empowered, we are guided, we are healed, we're instructed. When we turn within, we get what we are searching. No prayer goes unanswered. This is the truth that we know. This is the truth that goes beyond anything that we call being human. And I know that all that take part in this service, all that want to take part in the service, all that are reaching for a higher consciousness around the world, have it. It is already there because the divine mind has made sure that we have enough, that we are enough. And we have to take control of our hearts and our minds. We have to take control of our thoughts and become even more empowered and know that whatever we do, we are enough. And this teaching is key. This teaching is the foundation of growth and expansion that we're all deserving of. So as I sit here today, I sit here in love, I sit here in peace, I sit here in joy, I sit here in thankfulness, I sit here in healing for those who need healing. I sit here as a channeled way, as a doorway to possibilities for the divine mind to flow through me to all of the world, with all love, with all healing, with all joy, knowing that we are all enough and deserving of even more greatness of what this world has to offer. So in this truth, and in this joy, and in this thanksgiving, I release my word into the divine mind, into the divine law that governs and guides and heals and directs and loves us all. And so it is.
And so it is. And now it is time to share our affirmation for August. You can stay muted, but read along and I will read it. There is an energy that moves, motivates, and activates my good. Enthusiasm abounds as I open my mind and heart to the universal inspiration and influence that captivates my attention and empowers me to move forward. I am an unstoppable force of creativity and good. The world around me benefits from my yes, and so it is. And now I would love to introduce Toni Hamilton as our speaker of the day.
Good morning, everyone. Our theme for August has been my passion, my purpose. Our topic today is passionately living your purpose out loud. When we hear that, the first thing we think of is something really bold and outrageous. It's the first thing I think of. And it reminds me of life, because this life and what is available to us is amazing. It's very often, if we're looking rightly and thinking rightly, awe-inspiring. Now, I know there are challenges and some really awful things happen in this life, but it's exquisite too. And in this teaching, we know that we have a choice and that what we focus on grows. So, what are you choosing? What do you want to bring alive, to create in this world? And what do you want to contribute? What matters? If we focus on what happens when we take the time to express ourselves, when we allow ourselves to be guided by and listen to our own minds and hearts, when we create and allow something to happen, to come through us, when we experience that flow, wonderful things happen. Sometimes we get interrupted, we get distracted by our duties, our responsibilities, and self judgment, doubt, fear, fill in the blank. But when we honor our inner urge, it is most often so fulfilling and empowering. Now, sometimes the things that inhibit us are so insidious that we don't even realize that they're there. So let me share a quick little story with you. Last week before last, I was singing at another center, and everything was going beautifully. Everything was going beautifully. I was even inspired by the songs and what we were doing. And I turned and went to sit down when I finished the song. And I wanted to go to the next page to look at what song was coming next. And when I saw it, I had this thought, oh, remember that part? Well, you'll probably screw that up. I heard it. I was like, whoa. And everything was going beautifully. But I had this voice, this doubt, this self-criticism, and it blew me over. It blew me away. And I questioned, how long have I been saying things like that to myself? How long has that been there and I didn't know it? So I shared that because it was a recent clear realization of how sometimes we question and doubt ourselves. Now, maybe it's just me. Maybe surely you don't do that, but maybe it's just me. But what are you distracted by? What causes you to kind of not be all that you can be? I hate to use a cliche, but do you have something like that going on? Sometimes we're just distracted by our responsibilities, by work, by our kids. But what so consumes your day that you don't take quiet time to be with you? Take time for what you love, what matters most to you. Reverend Joel said this in a class a while back. We tend to put off the things that are most important to us, the things that are most important, the creative stuff, the moments of peace, because we tend to think it's a luxury and we have to take care of business first. That's maybe the way we've been trained or the way we've been wired. But we need to check in. We need to take time for ourselves to rest, to be quiet, to listen to our minds and hearts, to pay attention to what we're thinking and what we're feeling and what's nudging at our insides. what would change? What would happen if we did? What happens when we do? What will we experience? What will we accomplish? And what problems could we solve? We can call it self love, self care, self awareness. Living out loud means being in touch with ourselves, honoring our minds, our hearts, our desires, our curiosities. I've always wanted to do X or see X or experience X. But years and years go by and we don't get around to it. Living out loud means being true to ourselves, unapologetically authentic, raw, and real. And it's something that we're normally afraid to do. It requires a lot of courage and a lot of trust. Now, here's the truth. It helps to have support. It's wonderful to have support, but sometimes all we have is ourselves and what's calling us. Some of our greatest creators were and inventors were ridiculed and made fun of and ostracized. And they made such an incredible contribution to the world. So, what's calling you? Are you listening? Because it's God, Spirit, Source. It's your higher self nudging you, reminding you to be you, to use your talents and gifts, to be the unique expression of life that you were created to be, that only you can be. Living fully means doing what your insides tell you to do, even when we don't know what that looks like. So, what are you really interested in? What do you really like? I'm going to mention some things that may seem mundane that someone may have a passion for. It could be anything: hiking, kayaking, camping, traveling, hanging out and laughing with your friends, cooking, drawing, sewing, painting, teaching, building cars, snakes. I purposely put that in because that would not be me. Bird watching. This life is so full and rich with wonder and possibilities. What are you interested in? What motivates you? And who are you? What are your unique, special characteristics? What do you have to give, to share with this world? I think we just need to be ourselves fully and completely, live as fully as much as we can, being our unique selves, honoring our unique urges, interests, goals, honoring our unique traits and ways of being, celebrating what is ours and only ours. Within that, we find our purpose. And in doing that, we contribute what only we can contribute to the world. Confidently, unapologetically understanding that our uniqueness is important and special, and we were created for a reason. Let's take that in. Little me, going along, sometimes kind of feeling lost in the world, accomplishing some great stuff, and sometimes not on top of things. I was created for a reason. We may not ever know or understand exactly what that reason is, what our purpose is. But if we live, try, do, be, explore, express, use what we were given, there's a good chance that will make a difference. Yet, just by being ourselves. Am I the only one that feels like we're not in touch with that most of the time, that we don't have that awareness, that gets caught in the mundane habits, day in, day out, doing the same thing, whatever it is, waking up with the alarm, getting up and brushing our teeth and showering and fixing breakfast and having breakfast. And if you have kids, getting the kids together, waking them up, saying the same things to them in the morning, that routine that we get caught in, that we're like hypnotized by, that we're distracted by. And maybe, hopefully, on the weekend, after we finish our chores and all the stuff that we have to do, we maybe get a chance to have a little fun and relax. Or maybe, like I did when I was young, the weekend was party time and I was always going someplace and doing something. I'm not trying to suggest that everyone fits into the same little box, but I think every one of us has our habits and our routines, and we get distracted. And now we have social media and we get distracted instead of being in the awareness of the fact that we were created in the image and likeness of the power and presence that we call spirit, source, God, the universe, whatever you call it. We get out of touch and just live kind of on automatic. I dare say I think too much of the time. I'll own that. You can disagree with me. I'm happy for that and say, well, that's not my life. And that would be wonderful. But I just want us to know, and I want to know that we need to understand that we're important and valuable because we have a key role, which is being ourselves. If we hold back, if we're reticent, if we die with our uniqueness not fully expressed, we may not fulfill our part. Someone may not receive our gifts, what we and only we can offer in this life, what we were created to be. It could be a tiny piece or a huge part of the puzzle. But if there's a piece missing, the puzzle isn't complete, and it impacts each piece and the whole. I recently said to someone that I wanted to make a contribution to the world, that I wanted to do something. So there's a writer, Julia Cameron. Every book that she has written that I have read has made a huge difference in my life, has opened up a door, has caused me to do something that I may not have done before without her influence. And I made a statement that I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. She's made a difference in so many people's lives. There are so many people like that, that have impacted the entire world, and they're gone. They've transitioned, they've crossed over, and what they contributed is still impacting us. And I got quiet with that, and I recognized that that's not what everyone will do. That's not everyone's purpose. And so I love the question, what is mine to do? It's a question that Reverend Michelle often asks. And it's a question that only we can answer for ourselves. My part may be a little part. I don't know, but only we can answer that question. Nobody else can answer it for you. Some people will try and answer it for you, but they can't. They absolutely cannot. And this question is not a burden. It is not a burden. living fully, being who we were designed to be, will activate the forces of the universe and align our lives with beautiful synchronicity. You hear me often mention synchronicity because you and I are an idea in the mind of Source, the presence, God, whatever you want to call it. We are an idea in the one mind with meaning, with purpose, and with value. And what we do in this life, no matter how small or how big, matters and contributes to the divine idea. So I'm learning to have more fun in my life, to follow my little whims and curiosities and my intuition, to recognize that it's important and it has value because it brings me joy, it brings me fulfillment, and it brings me peace. When we look at creation, God's, not necessarily man's, but absolutely sometimes yes, but the pure, the absolute creation of God, when we look at it, we always see that there's beauty, that there's harmony, that there's wholeness, there's perfection, and there's peace. And yes, it's bold, like the ocean, like the sky, like a rainstorm, like the mountains, and like you and me. But we can live unapologetically, live as authentically as we can, as honestly and as bold or quietly and beautifully as we can, because it's what we were created for. In closing, I would like to read the summary for today from our Science of Mind website because I think it summarizes things beautifully. The universe does not make mistakes. We are all here by divine appointment to add to the expansion of the world. We are the perfect co-creators with spirit in order to accentuate a unique passion and purpose. It is indeed our spirit-infused responsibility to share our gifts authentically. We all have a purpose which becomes more evident as we listen to inner guidance. However, we do have a limited time in our present physical form with which to birth and share these. We seize the day when we step boldly into our creations. Let's take this into treatment. And so what I know is that there is a power and presence in this world that is so much more than I can wrap my mind around. But there are things that I am aware of. There are ideas that I understand. There are experiences that I treasure and that I cherish. There are creative things that motivate me, that move me, that inspire me, that empower me. It is the life and the expression of this presence, of that which I call God. This world is full of mysteries. This world is full of so many things that I cannot begin to wrap my mind around or understand. But what I know is I am here And I have the opportunity to experience and to express so many wonderful things, so many wonderful experiences. And I choose to live in this expression, in this experience, as much, as fully, and as beautifully, and as boldly as I can. I choose to share, to give, to receive. I choose to love. I choose to learn to be the constant unfolding, the constant re-expressing, the constant creative activity of love, of everything that is good, that is wonderful, that is beautiful, that is whole, that is healthy. I choose to experience the joy, the magnificence, the bliss of fulfillment. I choose to experience this life and live this life fully, completely, as much as I can. And sometimes I have to stop and listen for guidance. I have to stop and be quiet and get out of my own way. I have to quiet my mind and allow the presence to inform me, allow the presence to feed me, to guide me, to nourish me. Allow the presence to express through me and within me by means of me. And in so doing, I am co-creating in this world. And it is ongoing. It is ongoing as I breathe. And what I believe is that it is ongoing when I stop breathing. This power and presence, because it is infinite, because it is unlimited, even though I may not fully, totally, and completely understand this infiniteness, the ability to be all powerful and to create any and everything. Even though I may not fully understand it, I choose to learn as much as I can and participate in it as much as I can. And I am in awe of this and so grateful. I am so grateful. Sometimes I just marvel at this incredible experience that I am a part of called life. And so, what I declare and affirm is that I continue to allow myself to express as fully and completely as I can, as quietly or as boldly as I feel is right for me in the moment, knowing that I am divinely guided, that the divine presence that I call God is within me, is inspiring me, is informing me, is empowering me, and has an idea for me. And yet still I have free will and I get to choose. What's better than that? What is better than that? I am alive. I am loving. I am free. I am beautiful. And I am a unique expression of the divine presence that I call God. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. And so I simply release this word into the law, knowing that it is the truth. It is true for each and every one of us. And that is a wonderful, magnificent thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
Wow. Wow. Woo. I feel very prayed up. So let's seal that with more affirmation that we are indeed made so perfectly and beautifully and uniquely. And that is our purpose in the world, is to express that fully. They're in the center of my soul. I can feel you all around me. Something holy and untold. But I hear it perfectly perfectly. Somehow in the sweetness of now, I can see I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Here and now, I can see I was made beautifully. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Beyond books and words and songs, at the gate of all my longing, leaving certainty behind. I take one step and you come running. Oh, it's clear. In the deepness of here, I can see I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. I was made in the image. Oh, I was made in the image of love. You and I, we can see we were made beautifully. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Oh, love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Oh, love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love. Here and now, we can see we were made perfectly. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Jessie. Oh, and thank you, Toni, for that beautiful message. And since I have the mic, I'm just going to say you are making a difference in this world. You're making a difference in this community. You are making a difference to everyone you encounter. So just have to say that. Anyway, conscious giving affirmation. It's time to give beautifully and generously. We have been filled to overflowing this morning. We ask that you give where you're spiritually fed. And at CSL North Jersey, we are grateful to be that place. Thank you so much. So I'm going to read the conscious giving affirmation, and you can read along. I believe that Neil is pasting it into the chat. Okay, so I bless this gift that I give today. I give this gift from my heart, and I give it mindfully. May my gift go further to heal, prosper, and bless this center and all who enter. I accept all good that comes as a result of this flow, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And so you'll see in the chat all of your conscious giving options. And If we have new people here, which I realized at the beginning, I didn't welcome the new people. So if you're new and you're joining us for the first time, welcome, welcome. And for all those familiar faces that I see, welcome back. Welcome back home. I'm going to read now our opportunities. And just a quick reminder that we will be in person on September 10th. So you can check the website for information about Sunday gatherings, whether we're live or whether we're only on Zoom. And you can also go and subscribe to our email newsletters on the website. Again, that's cslnj.org. So I have She Speaks Women's Gathering hosted by Nettie Bonner. She's a practitioner. This is a monthly gathering for women to share their wisdom, to be heard, and to support other women. It's the third Tuesday of the month, starting September 19th. And there are links to all of these things that I mentioned in the newsletters and on the website in the on the events page. Pages Together, Your Invisible Power, a book study with Reverend Michelle, which is going to be limited to 20 people. It's a 6-week class. It will be on Zoom starting September 13th. This one's at 10 a.m. Eastern. Dancing with the Shadow, a prayer-led path to wholeness with Reverend Michelle, starts September 14th. Mastering Change with Bill Sarnowski starts Thursday, September 21st. That's a 6-week online class. Another book study, Living Untethered, also with Bill Sarnowski, starts on Monday, September 18th. Tranquil Harmony, a mindful meditation path with Joe Christiana, starts Wednesday, October 4th through September 25th, 7 to 9:30 p.m. And finally, The Artist's Way for Early Birds with Reverend Joel Fatino starts Saturday, September 9th for 12 weeks at 8 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. because it's for early birds on Saturday mornings. So again, all of these opportunities that I've mentioned, you can find them in the newsletters that we send every week. And so, Neil, do you have anything to add?
Well, I know that Jessie powers all of us. A little play on her last name there, if you don't mind. But if you want to be continued to be empowered by Jessie, I'd ask her to please put into the chat where we might access her music. And I know she doesn't do this for the money, but she wouldn't mind if you bought a few of her CDs, or I'm sorry, downloads. I'm dating myself. I have to date myself. Nobody else will. But it is absolutely be great if you would post that for us, Jessie. Appreciate it. There it is. That's it.
All right. So look in the chat for information on how to listen to, continue to listen to Jessie Power's beautiful voice. And I believe that's it. I believe we have come to the end. Yes. So we're going to hear one more time from Jessie, and then we'll have the opportunity to unmute and say hello. So go ahead, Jessie.
Look, you see it. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Also, Neil, I do have CDs, so.
Oh!
All right. We'll seal the morning with a celebration of our unique selves. I originally wrote this song about quitting your job, your boring desk job that you hate, and going out and exploring the world instead. So here we go. Anyway, you stumble home and you don't know what to do. It was your last day working there. You've been waiting on this moment for years, and now it's finally here. The last time that the world was so open was when you were 21. Now you're watching the chapter close. You see the infinite possibilities of the next one. It can be so relieving. Moments like this, bittersweet sense of leaving. You look around at your messy apartment and think, maybe I should clean. No, then instead you go back to bed, 'cause now you got time for everything. So go on and take your liberty. Go on and travel the world. Go on and take your liberty. Set your soul loose on the open road. Wake up early just to catch the sunrise, or be reminded of the purpose of being alive. Feel that sweet sense of freedom when the pieces and the parts of who you really are start marching to the beat of your drum. Bum 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 ba ba bum bum. Tick-tock goes the desperate clock, hoping it still has your life by the balls. But you're emancipated from the system in which your days are dictated by the hands on the wall. You scoot and shuffle past the bathroom mirror. You notice the chains are missing from your legs, because your uniform and your enslavement's been traded for dancing naked while making bacon and eggs, baby. Better get used to receiving the day is as a gift. Better get busy believing this kind of bliss. So go on and take your liberty. Go on and travel the world. Go on and take your liberty. Set your soul loose on the open road. Wake up early just to catch the sunrise, or to be reminded of the purpose of being alive. Feel that sweet sense of freedom when the pieces and the parts of who you really are start marching to the beat of your drum. Bum bum ba da bum ba da, but to the beat of your drum. Bum ba, to the beat of your drum. Beep 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 beep. Go on march to the beat. Dance to the beat, dance to the beat of your own drum. You are unique. Dance to the unique beat of your drum. To the beat of your drum.
Mine's not.
Thank you.
What a
you,
great
everyone.
morning.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. You can
Bless you
unmute and
both.
say good morning.
Jesse, awesome. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Awesome, awesome.
Oh, you're
Thank
so
you,
welcome.
Jesse.
All
Yes,
right.
thank you,
Thank
Jesse.
you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
Oh.
Great talk.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody,
Thank
for
you,
being here.
everyone.
Thank you,
are so
everyone. What a
Oh.
great morning. Wonderful
Tony,
way to
Ed,
start
good
the
great to see
morning,
day.
you.
Edward.
Thank you.
Ed,
Hello.
Edward,
Tony, you
anybody
were
who begins with an
amazing.
E, good morning to you.
Morning, Ed.
Good
Hey,
morning.
Pacheco's. Good morning,
Hi, hi,
Pacheco.
Ty.
Hey, Pacheco.
Hi, good morning,
Ty.
Good morning,
Tony.
Timos. Good to see
Arnold.
you.
Morning,
It's so good to
Oh,
see your face.
everybody.
Morning,
Harriet.
Thank you, Neil, for taking
Rolando,
care of
Marilyn.
things.
Thank you, everyone.
Ah,
Good to
welcome,
see
my
everybody.
brother. Hey,
Good.
hey
Love
there.
you
Hey,
all.
Rocky.
Tony, your talk totally sent
Hey,
me.
Pat.
Good morning,
Sent me.
Michelle. Good morning, Anita by
Evelyn,
herself.
good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Good
Bill.
talk today.
Hey,
Morning.
Rev,
Good
Michelle.
morning, Bill.
This is a cacophony of
Good
joy.
morning,
Good morning, good morning.
Cindy.
Cacophony
Evelyn,
of
good
joy.
morning.
What's up,
Donald,
Bill?
Everyone have a great
Donald,
week and be
Donald,
safe
good
and happy and
morning.
Good
prosperous.
morning. Good morning.
Live long and
The
prosperous.
sunshine, Anita.
Good morning, Ed.
Hey,
Ty,
Pacheco's.
I don't see
Are
you,
you
but
still
I
in
hear
Portugal, Pacheco's?
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
So fun.
Awesome.
Go.
I'm
Oh,
here.
Happy
nice.
Sunday.
we're still there.
Nice.
Still in the
Everyone.
Azores. Coming back on the 10th.
Wow,
That's
looks
right.
nice
Wearing a
there.
crown.
Remember.
I
Come on.
know you're
Beautiful.
having a wonderful time. I just know. That's awesome.
It's been great.
It's great.
Look at that view. I love the view.
be home.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah. Looking
Good morning, Rolando. Who's Rolando? I don't know Rolando, but good morning.
morning.
Rolando.
Oh, I know Rolando. Good morning, Rolando. I don't see
Rolando.
him.
No,